Well, no, I'm just playing. Well,
I didn't know what was about to happen. I got so nervous.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are starting our new series, Ranger Nation, with the Party Nation OGs. Everybody knows this is who started the Party Nation podcast, Party Nation chat. It was just Geek Drums chat 3 years ago, which is crazy. Like we met 3 years ago, and we're still like doing this stuff. I thought we would have been tired of each other by now, but we wanted to do this because we wanted to do something with the OGs because it was just cool to just talk about Power Rangers last week. So here we are. If you are new, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm linking all of their channels in the comment section down below as well. So please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to 3Dub who will be editing this episode and possibly the second one. But we watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 1 and 2. Episodes 1 and 2, should I say. I want to have proper English because people like to screen cap and share stuff and embarrass people.
That's the best part. You got to do stuff like that. You know how many clips I have of me, like, saying funny shit just off rip, like, or funny things that I do. Like, I'm still seeing clips from High School Musical, the series. Like, new people finding my channel and clipping certain parts, and I'll go on my thing and see it. I'm like, what the hell?
But Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, guys, we got the news last week that Power Rangers is finally getting that much needed reboot from 20th Century. It's gonna air on Disney Plus. From the people that made Percy Jackson, is gonna have that feel of Percy Jackson and Goosebumps. So possibly an anthology series as well, which would be cool because if you think about it, Power Rangers is an anthology series because the cast, for the most part, changes from season to season, which is cool. So we went back and we revisited Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the series that started it all. And especially with episode 1, Day of the Dumpster. Man, I don't remember this dialogue being this bad. Oh wow, it was, and it's not even necessarily like bad. It's just cheesy, like cheesy dialogue. Like people saying it's more phenomenal every 5 minutes, all that stuff. Oh, but it was just good to see like Jason, Trini, Zach, Billy, and Kimberly, like seeing them how they're like they're they're friends. They're literally like, it's cool to see back when Power Rangers were actually teenagers and not fully grown adults. Like they were actually kids in high school. Like they legitimately they know how to fight, especially Billy. I mean not Billy. Zach and Jason. They're doing their thing.
I was about to say they were carrying. They carried the first. They carried like the first half.
Oh yeah, Hip Hop Keto. That hey, like Walter Emmanuel Jones.
Bro, that shit is still so cringy. I thought it was cringy when I was a kid. I cringe even harder now. Like when they was fighting the putties and he started doing that little, I was like, oh my gosh, no, it's about to start. His fighting is good, but that dancing stuff, it's so cringy looking. Like looking back at it, it's like
I mean that's something I've always actually kind of liked about Mighty Morphin was I like that each person kind of brought their own Lance. Like each person, like Kimberly brought her like gymnastics into her fighting. He brought his dance. Billy brought his smarts. I don't know what Trini and Jason add, but they're there and stuff.
No, I get what I like that part of it. I'm just saying, like the execution, it's the 90s. I get it, but it's a little cringy too. I was just like, I got secondhand embarrassment. I was like, oh my gosh, can we talk about the two idiot astronauts at the beginning? Oh, it's a giant dumpster, and then they just open it. What are you doing?
Bro, like rewatching it, I'm like, is this really like we were really and yeah,
It
like
all comes down to their fault.
And my thing is, yes, Power Rangers will always be nostalgic, it'll always be goated. But looking at it now, we're like, is this what we're really excited about? These two idiots? Like they started everything. Like this is their fault.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like this is their fault. Like, and I never peeped it until now. I'm like, y'all willingly opened it. I don't know,
Yeah.
that never registered to me before that they willingly like opened it after saying, "Hey, look, it's a big dumpster." Excuse me? We just go opening stuff now? Like,
Report back. Yeah.
Right, like why didn't they report back? Or like it didn't look like a regular dumpster. Like why they were they were
yeah.
buffoons. I wouldn't have touched nothing.
Yeah.
I'd have reported back or like
Yeah, I'd be
voted to
like, yo, there's a strange dumpster. Should we open it or should we
right.
leave it here?
And can we talk about how Zordon immediate response is to endanger the lives of people's kids?
I
Yeah.
was gonna say that too. Is it ever answered why they have to be teenagers?
No. I don't think
That
that was
doesn't
Teenagers
I
seem
don't
like
think
had
it
a.
was ever
it
explained.
was
But why would you go get teenagers instead of fully grown like
yeah.
martial arts masters or something,
Yeah,
like people capable, like right, like why
sure.
you pick
Firefighters or
teenagers? First of
something.
all,
Yeah.
in season one, they're like
Police officers.
sophomores. So you went and got sophomores from high
Yeah.
school to go fight this evil thing.
They like they like 16, 17 at this point. Like,
Right, like what are you doing, Zordon?
and then what killed me is you said teenagers with attitude. Where did Billy like maybe Billy later on after he got his confidence, but how did Billy factor into that, that criteria? Like I didn't understand.
Talk about how none of them did outside of Jason and maybe Zach. I understand why he would recruit them. Kimberly and Trini and Billy. I'm sorry. What was their
None
like?
of
What
them
was
really
their
have
leadership?
attitudes.
Like what were the? I think Zordon was looking at the.
No, but the fact that Bulkin's skull was on dirt from the moment they got on screen, it's like, oh, so that walked in
They
just like
just
on
walked in
BS. Like,
with that fucking music playing.
Imagine they just get Bulk and Skull, because they definitely have attitudes.
I'm like, what? Yeah.
You know, I used to love them, and like this, like rewatching as a kid, I did find them a little annoying, and like I do think it like ups the goofiness of the whole show because it starts like bada ba bada and just the most like quirky music ever.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, not it. All rip. Yeah.
I was like
Oh,
Zordon, you ain't slick. I understand now as an adult. I get it. I don't know how old
now when we
Zordon
get
is,
to
but that's weird.
them, in the command center, it's like off rip. If that happened to me, y'all are too cool. Like yo, I ain't for all this, man. Like Zach's channeling all the '90s black teenager angst with yo. I ain't for none of this, man. No, I ain't signed up for it. But at the same time, y'all are too cool. Like in the movie, in the 2017 movie, they were panicking. Like they had the right
Yeah,
amount. And this, they're just like,
Yeah, they were
how to get
freaking the
here,
fuck
man?
out.
I don't know.
we gotta get out of here.
Right, they were hiding from Alpha. They saw him down the hall and was like,
Like they just like so cool. Like, oh my god, like what are you talking about? Morphing. Oh, Power Rangers. Metamorphosis. Oh, I'm not
and
exactly.
how were they talking when they were beaming? Like, wouldn't you run out of air? Like, it was
Yeah.
so weird. Like, they felt
So
everything
like then
moving. I was like, what the hell is
Sure.
going on? But I have
yeah, it's because it's fun.
Go
I
ahead.
haven't watched this episode. Yeah, I haven't watched this episode
Yeah.
since like 2016 when I rewatched with my brother, and I was just like, I
It's
was
been a while
younger at
for
that
me.
point. I was like early 20s, so I still kind of leaned more into that younger. Like I still was mentally there, but now in my 30s, I'm like, ah, it's still good. Like I still got the
Yeah,
nostalgia and the
Yeah.
memories. Yeah,
it's not like the greatest start. Like this is far from the peak of Mighty Morphin, and that's something I kind of was thinking about a lot while watching this. Is I feel like people kind of have a different view on Mighty Morphin than how they actually felt while watching it, especially in recent years when the comic books have been going back to Mighty Morphin, the video games, the action figures. I think people remember Mighty Morphin being a lot more serious and grounded than it actually was, which is not a bad thing. I like that it's fun and goofy, but like
Yeah,
it's nothing how the like comics portray them now, or like the new video games, and like the whole like what like the like Lord Dragon stuff that we have in the comics, like
Yeah.
nothing like that in the execution, at least in these early episodes, which I think is kind of interesting.
yeah.
To
I
piggyback.
agree.
Oh, go ahead, Tosh. Go ahead. My
But
fault. I was gonna
I
piggyback
think
off what
for
he
me
said.
and Lance, we were too young at the time. But for people who were actually like the actual age demographic, like who were like
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, they were already like kids watching it. I get why they hold it at such high esteem, but I think the popularity of Power Rangers happened because of the Green Ranger. I think if you remove him from season 1, Power Rangers do not pop off the way it does. I just can't see
No.
it. Like,
The only reason why you see 5 Rangers in a Megazord and not the Dragon Zord fighting is because there's no footage.
oh no, I know that. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like in general because I can't see the appeal like outside of it being a kid show. Like I can't like I'm kind of
Yeah,
not
because
I am kind of confused a little bit. I mean, I got to see a little bit of it as a kid, but
Sure.
like I would love to ask someone older than me, like, hey, like an older Power Ranger fan, like when did Power Rangers like pop? Like when did like this like because specifically Mighty Morphin, like if you ask anybody in their late 30s to early 40s or whatever, you ask them what's the best series, they'll say Mighty Morphin. Or they'll specifically say season 1 because when the new people came in, they wasn't fucking with them. Even though I don't know if Lance will agree, I think the second team is way better. I just think the OG team, the OG team is
Sure.
iconic. They were first cool, but like I think when they come in, the season 2 and season 3 gets like
Exactly.
I agree
way
with that.
better.
Yeah.
But I would love to know. Yeah, I would love to know when it popped off, like into pop culture, like into.
I would
pop
say
culture.
around Lightspeed Rescue is when
Yeah.
it
And-
kind of grew up in a way
Space.
to
Oh, I
Space.
disagree.
Space.
I mean,
Space.
I disagree. I think it's.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I'd argue Zeo got pretty dark. Like, I think Zeo in space, Lost Galaxy's dark as hell. Lost Galaxy isn't even a kid show at that point. Like, it's
yeah.
like
I actually agree. I agree with you because like Zeo, it took what Mighty Morphin did. Because I think Mighty Morphin as
it
it went
did.
on
Yeah.
started getting a little bit older, and then Zeo felt a little bit more. It still had goofy moments, but
Yeah.
it was Lightspeed. No, it was Lost Galaxy. They were working at the dome. Yeah, yeah. And they were
Yeah.
like soldiers.
Lost Galaxy was like
Lost Galaxy
or
left in
was like
space
98, I think.
because it
Yeah.
was slightly
I mean, I would
connected.
say just okay. So that's kind of a fun dynamic though, because like
99
I'm a 2000s kid, so like
in
stuff
space came
like
out
Time
98.
Force and stuff like that should have been the stuff I grew up on. I grew up on the 90s stuff because of reruns and stuff when it was playing. Mighty Morphin was still my first Power Ranger show that I watched all the way through before I got to other stuff. So I do have a nostalgia for a lot of these episodes. But yeah, looking back on it, it is very much like, oh, okay, this is definitely not the peak of it, but again, I'm very excited for us to talk about like that Green Ranger arc, the like ninja arc, some of the later departures and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I agree. Man, I don't know if it's a hot take. I find Jason to be the most boring ass character almost in all Power Rangers.
Thank you, Darren.
Yes. No. And Darren,
We were
I
already
agree.
friends. You might
I
became
agree
my
with
best
you.
friend because
I
I've been
agree with
saying
you
that for
wholeheartedly.
years.
But this harkens back to what you just said about how the comic books and how they elevated Mighty Morphin. Because honestly, Mighty Morphin was always my least favorite season until I started until the comic book run. I still remember getting the very first issue signed by the comic book writer himself.
Sure.
When that dropped, the comic books are what made Mighty Morphin, more popular to me, more important as a series because they flushed out a lot of things. They made Jason interesting.
Yeah.
It made Jason interesting. Jason was never interesting to me. When he left, okay, cool. Showed back up in Zeo for the to be the Gold Ranger, but then he's gone again. Showed up in the Turbo movie, which I'm not even. Is the Turbo movie even canon? I don't even know.
It is.
Okay, cool.
It is.
Then he showed back up in Beast Morphers. That was cool too. But I'm like, dog, like as much as yes, you're forever iconic because you are the first Earth-based. You're the 1st Earth-based Red Ranger. So that it's iconic.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
but Sentai's
I
not
think
Power Rangers technically, but
I think Jason is at his best when he's alongside Tommy. Like those
Yeah,
two together and their dynamic is very good. When it's just him,
he's boring as hell.
couldn't care. Yeah.
And it's the opposite of Tommy because Tommy's actually interesting on his own.
Yeah.
He's very charismatic.
Yeah, it's JDF, bro. I think that's what it is. It was JDF. But but back to I got another hot take. As much as I love Mighty Morphin, that first team in terms of their colors are all overrated. Like people will say Jason's the best Red Ranger or Kimberly's the best Ranger. I'd be like, no.
I think Billy is the only one I could say is like I think he might be the best Blue Ranger in my opinion.
Yeah. I'll be sitting there like I'll be like
Zach
dude,
maybe.
Zach, you could argue is the best Black Ranger.
Yeah, Zach is great.
I could argue.
I think I like Zach more than Adam, although I do really like Adam.
No, I like Adam more.
Okay.
No, Adam is
goated.
Okay.
Adam
is goated.
I haven't seen it in many years, so
mainly because they did more with him. So when we get to Zeo and then Turbo, and then they brought him back, like he played like a mentor role in his space for like an episode or two, and then
I remember that
Carlos
back for like once a Ranger and stuff like that. So they flushed him out a little bit more. Whereas Zach was kind of like the stereotypical '90s black guy, unfortunately.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, with a horrible lining, and then but hey. So what would you guys we're right at the same time mark from last week. But yeah, but what would you guys rate these two episodes? For me, Day of the Dumpster, I don't want to rate them based off nostalgia. That's what I don't want to do.
I'll go first. So the second episode, I kept losing, my attention span just kept going elsewhere with that one. So the second episode, I'm gonna have to give that a 4 out of 10. I appreciate what they were trying to do, with Trini.
Let's do a rating of 5 stars because there's 5 Rangers.
5 stars. Okay, that's fine. The second episode, I'll give a 2. The first episode, as cheesy as it is,
it's iconic.
It's iconic, and nostalgia does play a part, but at the same time, it's still like overall. But we were nitpicking about why are you a teenager? But it's a kid show, so it makes sense. It's not, so this setup and stuff. I give it a 4 stars for the first. That second episode, Jesus Christ, that's like 2. I cannot deal with that.
Darren.
Yeah, I mean, probably episode one's like a 3 and episode 2 is like a 2. It's hard because we don't have these are our first time doing this, so we don't have a continuous rating. But yeah, I mean, I think they're fun. It is what I remember. Like cheesy and whatever. Like if it wasn't like this, it wouldn't be. I don't know if people would love it as much or they would have. That's why people fell in love with it. It is cheesy. It is silly. It is funny. Whatever. I'm just excited to get to some of the peak of. I think that would be very fun.
Yeah.
3 up.
I'm going to say Day of the Dumpster is 3 for me, and the second episode is a 1.
Oh wow!
I think he got the low. I think got the lowest. So I'd say Day of the Dumpster is. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. 3.5 out of 5. And the second episode, it's really telling. We don't know the title of that episode. It lost all content. But
I can pull it up.
For Teamwork's our next one.
It's called High Five.
Yeah, High Five.
Yeah.
So wait, what? It's called a High Five?
Yeah.
Who are they high fiving?
It's just it's like the high.
I think
it's
Trini,
high.
I think it's a parallel.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's a parallel to Trini's art.
I get it.
But then her and Billy, once she get up on the thing, I think her and Billy do high five.
Wait. Can I say one last thing here really quickly? Freaking Billy lost his morpher day 2 of getting it. My boy fumbled so badly. I couldn't believe
He
it.
was
I was like,
unequipped. This also the episode he started learning how to do karate too,
Yeah,
and he pulled up with
That's
that
true.
whole white gi on, looking like a noob.
Men was like,
Oh yeah,
and then when they hit
it's
the
like,
ground, it
dude.
just sounded like good plastic.
Yeah, it was bad. You did have a point. Which one? Who brought it up? The fights were slow.
Me.
Yeah, like those out like, and it's weird because Austin St. John and Walter knew like martial arts, so it's like,
Yeah.
why were there scenes? Maybe it's because the rest of them weren't good at it yet. But then when you get to season 2, even like when Tommy comes in, it feel like the fighting just speeds up for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm really like confused on what the fuck happened.
So let's do this for next week. For next week, let's we'll talk about like we'll watch the next group of episodes. So what episode is Tommy introduced in? Because we could just combine we can just next week we'll just combine our thoughts about the next group of episodes, and then for week 3 will be the Green with Evil storyline. Well, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comment sections. Were our ratings fair? Were we being too harsh? What are your experience with Power Rangers? Remember to hit like, share, and subscribe on my channel, as well as all of these lovely gentlemen. And yeah, OG Party Nation stuff here with Ranger Nation. Let us know if you want us to do this live one day. Let us know. Let us know what you want to see, and I will catch you all next time.